The winter wind howled through the narrow streets of Millbrook like a hungry wolf, biting at anything foolish enough to venture outside. Cameron pressed his face against the frosted window of his small apartment, watching snowflakes dance in the glow of the streetlights. He had always loved winter, but tonight felt different, colder, more unforgiving. That's when he saw it. At first, Cameron thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. Through the swirling snow, a small white creature stumbled across the empty parking lot. It moved with an otherworldly grace despite the storm, its pale form almost translucent against the white landscape. Cameron squinted, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. It wasn't a cat, at least not entirely. The creature had feline features, yes, but there was something reptilian about it too. Small, delicate wings folded against its sides, and its tail was longer and more serpentine than any cat's. What in the world? Cameron muttered, his breath fogging the glass. The creature collapsed near his doorstep, its small body trembling violently. Cameron's heart clenched. Whatever this thing was, it was dying out there. He grabbed his coat and rushed outside, the cold immediately stabbing through his clothes like needles. Up close, the creature was even more extraordinary. Its fur was its scales, shimmered with an iridescent quality, pure white with hints of pink showing through translucent skin. Its eyes, when they fluttered open, were a shocking ruby red characteristic of albinism. The small wings twitched weakly. "Hey there, little one," Cameron whispered, carefully scooping the creature into his arms. It was surprisingly light, and cold, so terribly cold. "Let's get you inside." Back in his apartment, Cameron laid the creature on a towel near the radiator. He had no idea what he was dealing with, but warmth seemed like a good start. The creature's breathing was shallow, its small chest barely rising and falling. Cameron grabbed another towel and gently dried its fur, revealing intricate scale patterns beneath that caught the light like opons. "Come on, don't die on me," he pleaded. Hours passed. Cameron sat vigil beside the strange animal, periodically checking its breathing, offering water from a dropper. He knew he should probably call someone animal control, a vet, maybe even the police, but something stopped him. This creature felt special, almost magical, and he feared what might happen if the wrong people found out about it. Around midnight, the creature's eyes finally opened fully, those ruby-red orbs fixed on Cameron with an intelligence that sent chills down his spine and, not from the cold, the creature made a sound, half purr and half chirp, and something remarkable happened. The temperature in the room began to drop. Cameron watched in amazement as frost began to form on the windows in delicate, crystalline patterns. The creature stood shakily, its small wings stretching out, and suddenly the room was filled with dancing snowflakes that shouldn't exist indoors. They swirled around Cameron in a beautiful, impossible dance, never melting, never falling. "You're a dragon cat," Cameron breathed, the words feeling right even though he'd never heard them before. "An ice dragon cat." The creature Cameron decided to think of it as she tilted her head, then did something even more unexpected. She began to glow softly, and the frost on the windows started forming shapes, crude drawings, like a child's pictures, but clear enough. They showed her story. Through the frost images, Cameron saw her origins. She had come from somewhere far away, somewhere between the aurora borealis and the frozen peaks of mountains that touched the sky. She was young, separated from her kind during a storm, and had been wandering, lost and cold-blooded enough that the winter weather was slowly killing her despite her ice powers. The images faded, and the dragon cat looked at Cameron expectantly. "You need help getting home," Cameron said, understanding, "but I don't know how." The dragon cat chirped again and bounded to the window. Her small paw touched the glass, and the frost formed into what looked like a map, pointing north, toward the mountains hours away. Over the next few days, something unexpected happened. Cameron had planned to help her immediately, but a massive blizzard trapped them inside. During that time, the dragon cat, whom he started calling Luna because of her pale, moon-like appearance, revealed more of her abilities. She could create intricate ice sculptures with her breath. She could freeze his morning coffee to the perfect temperature instantly. She could make it snow indoors, filling the apartment with winter magic. But more than that, she was intelligent, playful, and affectionate. She would curl up on his chest while he read her, purring, creating tiny snowflakes that dissolved against his warmth. Cameron found himself growing attached. Luna seemed to feel the same way. She followed him everywhere, her small wings fluttering when she was happy, her tail wrapping around his wrist like a bracelet of living ice. When the storm finally cleared, Cameron loaded up his truck. He had made a decision. He would take Luna north, to the mountains she had shown him, and help her find her way home, even though it meant losing her. The drive took 6 hours through treacherous roads, Luna sat in a special box lined with ice packs. She seemed more comfortable in the cold. As they climbed higher into the mountains, she became more animated, her chirping excited. Finally, as sunset painted the snow-covered peaks in shades of orange and pink, Cameron stopped at a clearing. Luna burst from her box and took flight. Really took flight this time, her wings strong and sure. She circled overhead, and Cameron's heart broke a little. Then, she called out in a sound like crystal bells. And they came. Dragon cats emerged from the forests and caves, dozens of them in colors of white, blue, and silver. They swirled around Luna in greeting, and she was home. But before disappearing with her kind, Luna swooped down one last time. She touched her small nose to Cameron's cheek, and he felt a tingling sensation. When he looked in his truck's mirror later, he saw a small snowflake mark on his skin, glittering like diamond dust. Permanent and magical, that it was Luna's gift, a mark that would let him see magic in the world. And a promise that they would meet again.